Hey YouTube, I just wanted to make a quick video about replacing the output jack on an Ibanez JS10th Chromeboy. Had this guitar for about 20 years, got it used, and the jack's been loose the whole time. Never liked the idea of dropping it off at a shop, and I was worried. I didn't know much about barrel jacks at the time. I was afraid that it might be threaded directly into the luthite, but it's not. It's held in by a nut. You can see the hole here, where it just pops right through, and it has this locking washer and nut on the other side, and then has a rubber washer right here, which goes on the guitar side there around the jack. So this is the original jack, which is super loose, and I've replaced it with this pure tone jack, which is supposed to hold the plug much tighter, and I've tested it and it definitely does, to the point that I'm worried it might be a little too tight, but that's okay. Rather be too tight than too loose. But the pure tone, you can actually see that it's got a little logo on it, so except no imitations, haha. But anyway, this wire was actually, I didn't have a lot of slack. It was just barely out of the hole here, so I had to kind of pull it a little bit out and then just desolder it, and then I wound it back through all the wires where it was kind of tangled up, and then that gave me more room to work with. So now it's not a whole lot of wire, but I'll be able to get by. I don't know if you can tell, if you can see in here. I think you can actually. This is the inside of the Ibanez jack. You can see where the little connectors are that grab onto the plug. They're just little nubs attached to long strips that run the length of the jack. And then this is the pure tone, which definitely is constructed differently. And it looks like it grabs the plug on both sides, which is pretty cool. So, in case you ever wondered what the inside of a barrel jack looks like, those are the two. Another thing I wanted to mention is that I took the nut off with a number 15 wrench. That seemed like the best thing for getting in there. I had tried my adjustable wrench, but it was just too bulky. And then this way you don't have to worry about having to adjust it, and it's always the right size. So that's my suggestion as far as getting the jack out of there. But it wasn't tough at all. Now, these pure tone jacks are stereo jacks, which means that you only use two of the lugs, and the ground lug is actually this hole right here on the back of this support thing that I'm probably not going to use. And then the hot lug is the taller one, and the short one is actually for the ring if you're doing a stereo wiring, or I suppose if you have an active guitar. But you're only going to need, for this guitar, you're only going to need this tall one and then this taller one, and then your ground wire is going to go here and your hot wire is going to go here. And I'll also include the graphic from the Pure Tone website. Because I went and found it. Alright, so I got the jack in there. Got it in there cleanly. Did a pretty good soldering job. And the way I tightened it down was I put my thumb on the jack from the outside. Just try to apply pressure to it. And then I tightened the wrench with the other hand. And didn't have to do too many turns, and it feels nice and solid. I mean, it was still spinning a little bit when I was trying to turn it, but it was tightening at the same time, and now if I try to like wiggle it with my fingers, it's not going anywhere. So, plus you don't want to over tighten it. So I think with the lock nut in there, it should be just fine. Alright, so we got the new jack all wired up. I gave her a bath because the fingerprints are killing me. It always happens when I work on it. So let's check it out. It actually takes some effort to plug it in. That's funny. Alright, I think we're in business. Listen to that sweet, sweet tone, baby. Yeah, my old battery app needs a little bit of help. Anyway, I hope this video was helpful, and thanks for watching.